A very good morning to everyone present over here. Today we have gathered here to commemorate India's 73rd Republic Day, a golden day to revere and pay honor to all the freedom warriors who fought for a free India. To initiate our program, I would like to request Dr. Somya Prakash Patra sir to kindly deliver the welcome speech.
A respected August gathering, I welcome all of you on this 73rd Republic Day occasion and my heartiest greetings to all of you on this August occasion that we are celebrating today. With this, I would invite our respected director ma'am to please host the flag.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय 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 हे
Uh, no, ma'am, it's okay. I was going to call you, ma'am. Now I would like to request Director Ma'am, respected Director Ma'am, to deliberate on today's Republic Day.
Dear IIM Bodh family, offline and many, many more online. And to the people who are offline, I still meet on a daily basis. So yes, there is a lot to say, but still, I take this occasion more to connect with the people, part of my family, which is still sitting at home. Today, once again, we have gathered to celebrate this day. I'm getting nostalgic about last year. In fact, I actually in the morning was going through the videos of the previous years. And sorry if this team is feeling like, we are here and you're not even talking about us. Actually, yes, I was missing that energy which was here doing that. I don't know what they call that, mix and match and some mashup, some song which they were doing. And the entire group which was sitting in the sunshine, which again today is there. Because that was the only window we were there together. So I don't know how many of them sitting at home actually have logged in. But first of all, my heart felt, and not only from me, from this entire team, to the batch which is graduating this year, the batch which will be passing out in 22. And we are not even aware, we're not even sure whether they would even come for convocation. Because yesterday we were planning their convocation, and as the scenario appeared, we were kind of deliberating that whether we will be able to call them on campus. Even that was a question mark. So my heart and my entire team's heart goes out to them, because unfortunate for them, there's nothing much that we could do for them. They entered us, they wrote CAT way back when everything was normal. They gave interviews when everything was normal, but they never got an opportunity to have a normal MBA. But let me tell you, this entire journey has been that of resilience. So I think, yes, this young girl in pink dress, she has seen her mom suffering from corona, not being with her for 15 days, daddy doing little bit of cooking, if you can call it cooking, because her mom cooks very well. But still, that was resilience. Of course, needless to say, Abhishek is an epitome of resilience because some of the members we did lose also. I feel very strongly for the faculty who joined in these corona times because this was not the best way to start the journey of teaching because you hardly saw her students because teaching is all about energy exchange and how much of energy exchange could have happened on screen, I wonder. So as teachers, I remember when corona dawned and June you started teaching and how each one of you are struggling. And how even my students, as I said, then when they entered or when they wrote CAT, they were thinking they would have that vibrating orientation and sessions, late night sessions with their batchmates, but nothing happened. And yet the academic rigor remained. Academic rigor for this team, which is faculty, because they knew that they had to deliver it come what may, and academic rigor for the students, which knew that they have to live up to the brand IIM and do that. Academic rigor for the people in placement team where they knew that they had to place them, and academic rigor for even the students, or rigor for even for the students who are preparing for an interview online where they could not give their best. So this year has been an absolutely, or rather 1.5 years has been lessons of resilience which we all will remember. But what we are really, really proud of is the way we have come out of it. I think each one of you, I can so proudly say, each one of you have come out with flying colors. Whether it is my batch which is graduating who cracked all the interviews, or whether it is my faculty who could do great on research front and also great on teaching, whether it was my staff members where the demands were so very different and still, so Shashi never knew that he would be setting up so many online things, and because before he entered the setup he never knew that this was going to be his KRAs. He has become photographer plus this plus that, I don't know what all. So this is the resilience. And I think a huge round of applause to each one of us for having done so wonderful. Yes, each one of you, because we were not one of those, that part of India which just took it easy under the garb of Corona. I very proudly say that my entire team, when Modi ji said close on 22nd, we closed, and 19th April is when we were back. And since then, each one of them, right from peon all the way up, each one of them has showed up. There has been huge adversities at home. There have been huge challenges at home. Many of us have struggled with saturation levels which were not good enough. But we came. We came because all of us right now are in a very different mode altogether. What we call it as project mode. And I'm very proud of each one of you. And mind you, when I say each one of you, I'm also including the students up there because even they are living up to every standard which is expected out of an IIM. Believe me, it's not easy. Terrain is difficult. I know the kind of challenges which we face being in a tier 3 town where you were far off from your families. They were not easily, you could connect them back. There were not too many trains and flights and what all. It was not easy even for students because even when we were giving our windows, they could not straight away come because there were so many restrictions even then. But yes, so PGP graduating batch, hats off to you. Your entire 2-year journey was all about resilience, and we're proud of the way you've come up. PGP 1 had very different challenges, which is in first year. You know, I don't know how many of you relate to it. Beyond this labeling of Corona batch, which perhaps they may continue to take, I feel very strongly for those students because, you know, our students have always given online, offline exams. And when this online thing happened, whether we like it or not, on a daily basis, they feel challenged. Challenged not just for the difficulty of coping up with what all goes with it, internal challenges. Whether we like it or not, online exams we know. CGPA we know. When one is pitted almost against another, it's relative grading. So imagine how much dilemma each one of you are facing in prime of your youth, where every day there is a question, struggling and fighting with yourself. Do I live by the value system which I have been told right from childhood, or I compromise? And believe me, it's not an easy ethical battle. And fighting it on a daily basis, my heart goes out to you. You may be losing it, but with that loss comes a little bit of hit on self-esteem, little bit of hit on self-confidence. Believe me, I understand what you're going through. Because in your own eyes, you know that, well, I compromised. And believe me, this is not an easy feeling to live with. I've seen so many of my students, because at times I look into their eyes and I ask, how is things going? Are you happy with yourself? They don't see eye to eye. आंखें छुपा लेते हैं. प्राइम यूथ में जब आंखें छुपाना पड़ता है, एथिकल डिलेमास रोज के लेवल पे फाइट करना पड़ता है, और whatever be it, we are to be blamed. The system is to be blamed in so many ways because we were geared up for offline. So believe me, I feel very strongly for you all. And that's the reason perhaps, I want that as early as possible, we should be able to give you that opportunity to be on campus where your value system, that ethical compass that you've been carrying right from your childhood doesn't feel any challenged, where you're forced to give it up on a daily basis. And I understand the pressures. And believe me, this is coming from an academic fraternity because we all understand your pressures, where you know that, well, CGPA is CGPA. I know that I'm not liking it, doing it, but I'm still doing it. So I hope situation in the outside world allows us to come back to that till the time we are as an academic institutions geared up. And mind you, I know it takes courage for me to speak this up, and that too almost on a when I know I'm being streamed as well. I know, but still, I had a paper. I knew should have spoken something else, but somehow I have always felt that as a leader, I should speak heart to heart. I should speak about what you're currently feeling. I should speak about what this group is currently feeling. This group, yes, putting overtime. So online students, your team offline is really trying hard so that not only we should be able to bring you back to the campus, but bring you back to the not this constrained campus where we are currently housed. Because this corona has kind of, given us this courage that we've really, really gone in terms of getting aspirational, launching programs, increasing strength so that, we actually make it ASAP what we are worthy of. But at the same time, we want that when you come back, you should not feel constrained, barring few months that initially uh, we would be constrained to welcome you on this campus. This team is working hard. Practically every faculty member, besides what they're teaching you online, they're also doing something, whether it's choosing furniture for you, choosing chairs and tables for you, choosing your classrooms. We're trying to take everybody's perspective, whether it's a faculty or a staff member, so that we bring up a campus which everybody would have a say. Everybody would feel that, yes, there was a part of me which went into it. So founding team, you're not doing an ordinary thing. When IITs and IIMs are created, they're created for posterities. or maybe 60 years, 70 years, I don't know how many years. So, you know, the room structure which you're choosing right now, imagine that extra effort that you're choosing. Like yesterday, I was talking to Chandan and the entire research team, and they were designing the research spaces, Aviral and all. So we are designing research spaces for 60 years, 70 years, 80 years to come, where actually the most um, promising youth of the country would come and research. So imagine your contribution, even if it is in terms of choosing the brick and mortar. When PM Gupta ji is creating library, he has no idea what he's doing. And of course, needless to say, the entire onus is on Maniji. Maniji, where are you? You should have sleepless nights along with your team. And of course, Sabya, you're supposed to be one who drives it. And believe me, with lot of expectations, campus is looking up to you. Because you came to my room saying, ma'am, I have just finished one challenge. Give me the bigger one. And believe me, I've given you the bigger one. And mind you, I don't want to feel you loaded because you have very competent people. Raisa, of course, Deepak, Sara campus kitna high tech hoga that you are going to decide. And this little boy of you is going to ask you, पापा कुछ अच्छा बना रहे हो कि नहीं? So साधारण काम तो आप लोग कुछ कर ही नहीं रहे हो. रविंद्र, तुम ही लाए थे कोरोना. But कोई बात नहीं. You are also growing. Don't take it otherwise because you just don't know who is bringing what. But point is, yes, this team, when they are spending 12 hours a day here on campus, you are creating a campus. So I know, sorry, I don't know your name, Anirban's wife. When your husband taught 6 to 7 courses, you have no idea what he's contributing to the country. It's not easy for somebody as young as him to make that kind of a contribution. And I know the kind of sacrifices the family would have given. So when Priyavrat Sanyal comes and he takes up this onerous challenge of starting the Executive Development Center, I know, yes, the family suffers. But these are my future leaders, you know. And let me tell you, leadership is all about giving. Leadership is never, never, never about taking. And which is what I'm extremely proud of. And this is something, you know, students, if as a team, we are able to give you this feeling, which of course you've always been hearing, at least on 26 January and 15 August, कि ये मत पूछो कि देश ने तुम्हें क्या दिया, ये पूछो कि तुम क्या देश को दे रहे हो. I know younger generation finds it very, very difficult to relate to such swadhinta and swatantrata kind of things because they have not seen what is paradhinta. I've always felt our generation, we still remember because for us, 26 January was never a chutti. But your generation, I completely relate to it. Somehow, we as a nation, we have failed you. We as seniors, we have failed you because we have not been able to give this spirit which was there. So for you, yes, I know many of you must be in bed because this is chutti day for you. And this is so unfortunate for us that I don't know where we went wrong. Possibly a time for us to come back. This is not a chutti day. This is a day where we again come back with that spirit that yes, there is our existence as individuals, but there is an existence of us as a community and as a nation. And we can only be as good as nation. You know, people like, there's so many of you, of course, not, so if Samanth has come back, Srividya had a chance to settle back in Western country, Avirul had a chance to settle back in Western countries. If you have come back, it is because you have very strongly felt, no? We all had opportunities as professors to go out, but we have stayed back because we've always felt that there's a larger than us. And one thing which right from day one, which we have been able to instill is, and I remember I was very harsh on Soumya Patra other day. And Soumya, I was harsh, but I allowed the jalebis, let me tell you. I was harsh because I just wanted to. I saw him as new entrant, like the way I see sometimes the students. And my only throwback to him was, don't ever come to in this room saying what my institute is giving. If you're entering into a discussion within this campus, please first bring what you are giving to the campus. And this we somehow organically have been able to cultivate. And I'm very proud of each one of you. Because 99.9% of the time, whenever you have come in my cabin, whenever, you've always come out with, ma'am, what can I do? And I keep telling that, like, and this goes even for the students. Even to my students, I keep challenging. Don't ever come back being an IIM what is entitled to me. Entitled is, we're trying to become a process-based organization. Entitlement, yes, is written. I think we are one of the youngest campus to come up with policies, and policies do take time to shape up. But believe me, going forward, you would always know your entitlements. And there we are making no bones. We're making no gray areas. One thing I can very proudly say, very few campuses where everything is written. You don't even have to go to any of your senior, be it your HOD. Like right now, there are no, but there would be times there would be HODs and deans and the directors. Believe me, you will have to never ever go to them. If you need a seed money, if you need a research grant, if you need this, need that, it is all written and nobody can change it whether you're on the right side of the power or on the wrong side of the power if it's okay. There would be absolutely no gray areas. And what is written is written. And actually, we mean it. I don't know if you are in touch with Krishna. Krishna perhaps would not even know what is coming his way because when he left, he was unaware of it. And possibly now somebody has to actually go and ring him up, go check your account balance. But something like this we believe in doing. It's all transparent. You don't even have to come back to me. So even for students, what is written is written. Your manuals are very, very straight and precise. And one of the most detailed manuals possibly that you can think of. Even yesterday, we were trying to figure out the leave policy of PhDs. Sorry to say, how many campuses can boast of it having a written policy in place? It's all in air. It's all subjective. We are the ones, in spite of being such a young campus, we're trying to document it so that there is absolutely no subjectivity going forward. Yeah, it's taking time. Not as long as it generally takes. We're going to really prepone it. So I think by about 6-7 years, we would have every little bit rules and regulations in place, be it for students, be it for us. And yet, there's a long way to go. So yesterday, when I was talking of ERP, I was actually still making them feel bad because I said, okay, no, bring something which don't talk that, okay, not too many IIMs are in ERPs or whether tier 2, tier 3. Talk of US, benchmark against one of the best universities in the world. So irrespective of what you're doing, we still were discussing, okay, if there is a private university, they are having a better setup, what can we replicate it here? We never took pride in it. Koha is there or Moodle is there from day one. Okay. We had this privilege. Best thing about us is there's no lineage. Lineage is there in terms of sister institutions, but we have nothing to restrict us and we are charting our own journey. And we came post IIM Act. So we have to certain extent, certain liberty. And we have one of the most progressive board that one can think of. Most progressive board. So anything which is really progressive is always encouraged and allowed. So with that kind of an ecosystem where there is nothing dragging us, nothing stopping us, with that kind of a mindset where everybody is ready to give in their best, I'm asking you, we made such an announcements last year. To a large extent, we have been able to fulfill them, courtesy all of you. I'm asking you one more year of intense hard work. So 15 अगस्त तक तो ऐसा ही चलेगा. Maybe next 26 January, when we will be right there, you will have your own homes right on campus. We'll be able to give you work-life balance in a far, far better way. Students will be able to house you in campus, which is definitely world class. We definitely would not rest, but allow this community, allow yourself one more year of selfless giving, one more year of taking this pride that together we are doing something which is larger than us. One day you will look back and take whole lot of pride in everything which you're doing. Usually, yes, and as I say, I'm extremely proud. I don't want to call names. सामने जो दिख गया अलग बात है, but because there are no names actually speaking. Each one of you. So the outgoing committee chairpersons, when I wrote that one line, the acknowledgement, we acknowledge the efforts put by erstwhile chairpersons. We actually meant every letter of it. Because in such institutions, everybody contributes. And students, in whichever committee that you were in whichever way that you were in, and in your whole capacity of being such a wonderful student for last 2 years, we definitely would like to say a big thanks. But let me also tell you, sky is the limit. We have a legacy. We have to live up to it. We have no choices. So in times to come, beat any performance metrics, whether it is placement 30% year on year or research 30% year on year. Come on, we can't be any less than our students. Or, of course, admin people who have been putting all their level best. Let's continue to live up to this legacy. And let me tell you, future is very, very bright for the country. Future is very, very bright for this region. I've always felt that this whole space that we are in, this whole legacy that we are in, oh, IIM, Bodh Gaya, Bihar. Because Bihar has always been a land of learning. And in today's time, we are trying to regain that glory. And though we don't want to sound regional, but definitely there is something in this milieu we all have decided to leverage. Leverage is again not necessarily a negative word. So I think in times to come, we would emerge as a very distinctive school for mindfulness. I'm very proud that the entire team is working towards it. Believe me, this is something which is really, really resonating with the environment. And when I say environment, on top of it is the business environment. I see the way the leaders across the globe have become very, very aware of this aspect of our existence. And let's create a space. See, PGPs, all this is bread and butter. But I get very, very enthused. And I'm very, very, I have very high expectations from our IPM program. Come on, IPM program students, if you're listening, possibly you're not even aware how many times I plug into your classes. And my entire team has said it so many times that we just love the energy that you've brought on campus. The way your classes are so energetic. At one end, you may have somebody called Tejas bringing in a point, and people will completely contradict it. And we'll just love it. Yes, because it's only when you are exposed to different perspectives, your critical thinking actually comes alive. It is when you are just, thrown into that discussion and debate. Actually, that was the way of Indian way of teaching. And believe me, that would come back. That would come back. I would see how clear you are. I have always said that I'm very proud of the current generation. Unlike what you generally hear from the market, that no, this generation is very low on integrity. No, I've always felt the current generation, come on, students, yes, we all believe it that you are very, very high on integrity. Because as we understand, integrity is unity of thought, words, and action. And you are exactly that. And I've seen that in IPM class in action. You say what you mean. You challenge what you don't feel is convincing enough, and which is the right way of learning. And I'm so sure my team would, kind of raise themselves to live up to that challenge. That where there are contradicting views and you're still okay with it, and you somehow come out with some resolution of issue at hand. So this is the culture we would like to bring, where nothing is taken for granted, like status quo is not accepted. We would challenge everything. We would allow free thinking. We would allow expression. We would allow dialogues. And let's create spaces for that. And yes, that requires a very different kind of a resilience, if I can say the word. And we are getting champion around that. I know time is up for, but then, I was getting greedy because I know we have not been in touch with our students for very long. And I was telling my team that hardly, I think I met them 10 minutes in orientation. And after that, somehow we could never create opportunity to connect with you. We admit, and we'll try and make more opportunities to be in touch with you. And if definitely we are gearing up to welcome you all in June. And till then, of course, if environment permits, it would be much faster with IPMs maybe staying with us till April. Maybe it will be nice if we can bring you back maybe for a few days only. But we are open to all kinds of possibilities. If we are able to have offline convocation, that will be a pleasure and privilege for
तू
us.
लोग खुद से अलग साइड में जाके क्यों गिर रहा है पागल जैसे?
Wow, that was interesting. But nevertheless, one more year, let's commit ourselves to bringing a space to live with this resilience, as we say, hang on a little longer. And that would be for us the biggest tribute, contribution, love for our country. I've always felt that yes, we must celebrate these days, but we must celebrate these days in the contemporary India. And which is what the youth would associate, which is what that we all would associate. For us, celebrating this day is like, I was looking at it, did I do a good work in creating a republic? What is a republic? Having a constitution in place, and which is why I was taking pride in my HR manual and policy manuals and this and that. That's constitution for us going forward. And if there are still some lapses, please bring it on. We'll further refine it. It's an iterative process. But yes, that's a constitution for us. So, make it a microcosm. Bring it in your families, bring it in the organizations, where we create the systems and processes which are just, which are known, which are transparent, which celebrates the meritocracy. Because meritocracy is important at IIM. Challenge yourself every day. Are you really giving 100% of what you're capable of? And I'm so sure if each one of us will start thinking on those lines, that am I giving my 100% of what I'm capable of, without possibly, maybe for years, 1 year to go, really looking back in terms of what my organization is paying back or what my country is paying back. Because yes, it'll be a while before the organization and the country will be able to give you back, especially after all this chaos which has happened in the world at large. So yes, with that resolve, each one of you are a leader here. You are leading your respective departments. I think every one of you are responsible for something or the other. So let's promise together that that function, that role, that jurisdiction of mine has to be IIM class and world class. And mind you, each student, whatever that you are specializing in, whatever that you are studying, each one of you again has to live up to the standard of being an IIM student. And together, if you are able to do it, believe me, there is no looking back. So once again, heartfelt wishes, congratulations for having done so well so far, and with the resolve that we'll put it at our best. Thank you so much.
Bharat Mata Ki! Bharat Mata Ki! Bharat Mata Ki! Thank you, ma'am. And in continuation of today's program, I would now like to request Director ma'am to please lead all gathered over here to proceed and assemble in the auditorium for further programs. Thank you. And I would like to request the online fraternity to please be with us as we will be playing our war memorial video. So please bear with us as we transition from here to the auditorium. Thank you so much.
भारतीय सेना यानी राष्ट्र के प्रति निष्ठा, गौरव और अदम्य साहस की एक ऐसी मिसाल जो युद्ध और शांति दोनों में अपना फर्ज निभाती है। और उस सेना की ताकत है वो एक एक जवान जो जल, थल और नभ में अपनी वीरता के जौहर दिखाता है, जिसकी एक अंगड़ाई से देश का हर दुश्मन थर्राता है। पर जीत की नींव तो अमर असंख्यक बलिदानों पर रखी जाती है। और अब समय है 1947 के बाद शहीद हुए उन हजारों वीरों के बलिदान के सम्मान का, जिन्होंने आजाद भारत की रक्षा के लिए अपने प्राण मातृभूमि को समर्पित कर दिए।
सरकार में आने के बाद हमने वो फैसला लिया, अब वो पूर्णता पर है और फरवरी महीने में देश के वीर बलिदानियों जिन्होंने उच्च बलिदान दिया, सर्वोच्च बलिदान दिया, ऐसे वीरों की स्मृति में भारत का एक राष्ट्रीय स्तर का वॉर मेमोरियल तैयार हो चुका है।
इसके लिए दिल्ली के बीचों बीच इंडिया गेट के सामने एक भव्य राष्ट्रीय समर स्मारक का निर्माण किया गया है। 40 एकड़ में फैले गोलाकार युद्ध स्मारक के 4 चक्र हैं। पेड़ों से बना रक्षा चक्र दिखाता है कि एक वृक्ष की भांति कैसे हमारे जवान भारतीय सीमाओं की रक्षा के लिए तत्पर रहते हैं। इसके बाद आता है त्याग चक्र, जो पत्थरों से तराशी गई 2 पंक्तियों का है और हर एक पत्थर अलग अलग युद्धों और सैन्य अभियानों में अपना सर्वस्व न्योछावर करने वाले 26,000 महान बलिदानियों के नाम से रोशन हो रहा है। तीसरे चक्र यानी वीरता चक्र में दीवारों पर बनी कांसे की कलाकृतियों में भारतीय सेना के तीनों प्रभागों की वीरता की कहानी अंकित है। और इस स्मारक के बीचों बीच स्थित अमर चक्र में है अमर ज्योति, जो हर भारतीय शहीद जवान के शाश्वत शौर्य की गाथा कहती है। और यह 15 मीटर ऊंचा स्तंभ जो दिखाता है कि हमारे सशस्त्र सैन्य बलों का हौसला अडिग अटल है। और इस स्मारक के साथ एक पार्क है जो 21 परमवीर चक्र सैनिकों के साहस की कहानी कह रहा है, जिन्होंने तिरंगे की शान रखने को सर्वोच्च बलिदान दिया है, हमारे सुनहरे कल की खातिर अपना आज कुर्बान किया है। दिन हो या रात, माँ भारती पर न्यौछावर हुए उसके बेटों का ये स्मारक हर पल भव्यता से सराबोर है। आज देश की प्रगति में उनकी वीर गति भी चमक रही है, जिन्होंने हंसकर अपने प्राण गंवाए, जो लौट के घर न आए। भारतीय सेना यानी राष्ट्र के प्रति निष्ठा, गौरव और अदम्य साहस की एक ऐसी मिसाल जो युद्ध और शांति दोनों में अपना फर्ज निभाती है। और उस सेना की ताकत है वो एक एक जवान जो जल, थल और नभ में अपनी वीरता के जौहर दिखाता है, जिसकी एक अंगड़ाई से देश का हर दुश्मन थर्राता है। पर जीत की नींव तो अमर असंख्यक बलिदानों पर रखी जाती है। और अब समय है 1947 के बाद शहीद हुए उन हजारों वीरों के बलिदान के सम्मान का, जिन्होंने आजाद भारत की रक्षा के लिए अपने प्राण मातृभूमि को समर्पित कर दिए।
सरकार में आने के बाद हमने वो फैसला लिया, अब वो पूर्णता पर है और फरवरी महीने में देश के वीर बलिदानियों जिन्होंने उच्च बलिदान दिया, सर्वोच्च बलिदान दिया, ऐसे वीरों की स्मृति में भारत का एक राष्ट्रीय स्तर का वॉर मेमोरियल तैयार हो चुका है।
इसके लिए दिल्ली के बीचों बीच इंडिया गेट के सामने एक भव्य राष्ट्रीय समर स्मारक का निर्माण किया गया है। 40 एकड़ में फैले गोलाकार युद्ध स्मारक के 4 चक्र हैं। पेड़ों से बना रक्षा चक्र दिखाता है कि एक वृक्ष की भांति कैसे हमारे जवान भारतीय सीमाओं की रक्षा के लिए तत्पर रहते हैं। इसके बाद आता है त्याग चक्र, जो पत्थरों से तराशी गई 2 पंक्तियों का है और हर एक पत्थर अलग अलग युद्धों और सैन्य अभियानों में अपना सर्वस्व न्योछावर करने वाले 26,000 महान बलिदानियों के नाम से रोशन हो रहा है। तीसरे चक्र यानी वीरता चक्र में दीवारों पर बनी कांसे की कलाकृतियों में भारतीय सेना के तीनों प्रभागों की वीरता की कहानी अंकित है। और इस स्मारक के बीचों बीच स्थित अमर चक्र में है अमर ज्योति, जो हर भारतीय शहीद जवान के शाश्वत शौर्य की गाथा कहती है। और यह 15 मीटर ऊंचा स्तंभ जो दिखाता है कि हमारे सशस्त्र सैन्य बलों का हौसला अडिग अटल है। और इस स्मारक के साथ एक पार्क है जो 21 परमवीर चक्र सैनिकों के साहस की कहानी कह रहा है, जिन्होंने तिरंगे की शान रखने को सर्वोच्च बलिदान दिया है, हमारे सुनहरे कल की खातिर अपना आज कुर्बान किया है। दिन हो या रात, माँ भारती पर न्योछावर हुए उसके बेटों का ये स्मारक हर पल भव्यता से सराबोर है। आज देश की प्रगति में उनकी वीर गति भी चमक रही है, जिन्होंने हंसकर अपने प्राण गंवाए, जो लौट के घर न आए। भारतीय सेना यानी राष्ट्र के प्रति निष्ठा, गौरव और अदम्य साहस की एक ऐसी मिसाल जो युद्ध और शांति दोनों में अपना फर्ज निभाती है। और उस सेना की ताकत है वो एक एक जवान जो जल, थल और नभ में अपनी वीरता के जौहर दिखाता है, जिसकी एक अंगड़ाई से देश का हर दुश्मन थर्राता है। पर जीत की नींव तो अमर असंख्यक बलिदानों पर रखी जाती है। और अब समय है 1947 के बाद शहीद हुए उन हजारों वीरों के बलिदान के सम्मान का, जिन्होंने आजाद भारत की रक्षा के लिए अपने प्राण मातृभूमि को समर्पित कर दिए।
सरकार में आने के बाद हमने वो फैसला लिया।
Okay, we can stop playing the war memorial video now. We are going to start the program. Thank you everyone, Honorable Madam Director, all my faculty colleagues, staff members, all in attendance over here. So in continuation with the flag hoisting ceremony outside, we are going to start our cultural program. Sumanyu, our dear student and member of the cultural committee, will be the MC of the program. I'll hand over proceedings to Sumanyu. Sumanyu, over to you.
Thank you, sir. I hope I'm audible. A very good morning to all of you. मैं संविधान हूँ, देश का हूँ, देश के लिए हूँ, देश के द्वारा हूँ, हमेशा चला बन के इस देश का साया हूँ, अंधेरी रात में रोशनी की किरण हूँ, जरूरत की घड़ी में इंसाफ का सहारा भी हूँ। मैं सिर्फ एक किताब नहीं, मैं भारत का संविधान हूँ। A very good morning to everyone present here. revered Director Ma'am, respected faculty, and my dear fellow friends. On behalf of Cultural Committee, I, Sumanyu Kapoor, heartily welcome you all to our Republic Day celebrations. Today, we are here to pay tribute and to celebrate the one thing that binds this entire nation together. The Constitution of India not only brings together over a billion people, but also creates an atmosphere of equality and equanimity. It serves as a beacon guiding its people to create a sovereign, secular, socialist republic to secure to all its citizens justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. To start the event, I would like to praise our motherland, affectionate, successful, and soft as ever. For that, we, Cultural Committee, would like to share with you the rendition of our national song, Vande Mataram, sung by Akash, Sapna, and Sayan. Can we have the video, please?
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयजशीतलाम् शुभ्रजोत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुभाषिणीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदं वरदं मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
Thank you for that lovely song. Pacing up the event a little bit in the starting itself. Up next, we have these heartfelt dances performed by Vaibhav, Ruby, Drishti, and Parvati of MBA 07 batch. Can we have the video, please?
वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू है वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू मैं जहाँ रहूं जहाँ मैं याद रहे तू मैं जहाँ रहूं जहाँ मैं याद रहे तू है वतन मेरे वतन तुझ पे कोई गम की आँच आने नहीं दूं तुझ पे कोई गम की आँच आने नहीं दूं कुर्बान मेरी जान तुझ पे शाद रहे तू कुर्बान मेरी जान तुझ पे शाद रहे तू है वतन मेरे वतन मेरे वतन मेरे वतन आबाद रहे तू मेरे वतन मेरे वतन आबाद रहे तू वतन वतन के आगे कुछ नहीं खुद भी नहीं ജീവാമൃതം ജയ ഭാരതാംബയ്ക്ക് വന്ദനം ജനകോടികൾക്ക് ജീവാമൃതം ജയ ഭാരതാംബയ്ക്ക് വന്ദനം ഓ ഹൃദയമേ ഹൃദയമേ ഉണരുമീ വേളയിൽ പ്രാണനും ജീവവായുവും ഭാരതാംബയാമമ്മേ ഭാരതാമോചന ധീരദേശാഭിമാനികളെ സദാ ചോരയും വീര്യവും ജീവനും ത്യജിച്ച യോദ്ധാക്കളെ സദാ ഹൃദയമേ ഹൃദയമേ ഉണരുമീ വേളയിൽ
यहाँ हर कदम कदम पे धरती बदले रंग यहाँ की बोली में रंगोली सात रंग यहाँ हर कदम कदम पे धरती बदले रंग यहाँ की बोली में रंगोली सात रंग धानी पगड़ी पहने मौसम है नीली चादर ताने अंबर है नदी सुनहरी हरा समंदर है ये सजीला देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला
অহরহ তব আহ্বান প্রচারিত শুনি তব উদার বাণী হিন্দু বৌদ্ধ শিখ জৈন পারসিক মুসলমান খ্রিস্টানি
পূরব পশ্চিম আসে তব সিংহাসন পাশে প্রেম হার হয় গাথা জনগণ ঐক্য বিধায়ক জয় হে ভারত ভাগ্য বিধাতা
জয় হে জয় হে জয় হে জয় 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 হে
Thank you for that amazing performance, guys. I hope you all really enjoyed it. Now, moving towards from dance and music, moving towards the literary side, we have a talk by Satyajit from MBA 07. Can you play the video, Sam?
नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग, सुप्रभात। इंडिया, क्या यह सिर्फ किताबों में लिखा एक शब्द और मानचित्र में बना एक ट्रायंगल है? अगर सिर्फ ऐसा है तो क्यों भारत, इंडिया या हिंदुस्तान सुनते ही हमारा सीना गर्व से भर उठता है और हम खुद को स्पेशल महसूस करने लगते हैं कि हम इस मिट्टी में जन्मे और हमारे पासपोर्ट का रंग नीला है। यानी इंडिया इतना सिंपल है नहीं जितना किताबों और मानचित्र में दिखता है। बात थोड़ी सी गहरी है और आज यह मौका है कि इस बात पर बात की जाए और इस बात की गहराई को समझा जाए। इंडिया की असली ग्लोरी छिपी है इंडियननेस यानी भारतीयता, जो कि सिर्फ नेशनलिटी नहीं, खुद में ही एक भरी पूरी विचारधारा है। राम का शबरी के जूठे बेर खाना और ऊंच नीच को झुठलाना, औरत का यह सम्मान ही भारतीयता है। कठिन मौकों पर धैर्य न खोना एवं विनम्र बने रहना ही भारतीयता है। रानी कर्णावती के एक बार राखी भेजने पर जहांगीर को अपनी फौज को आगे कर देना, अपने दीन में राखी का जिक्र न होने पर भी उसका मान रखना ही भारतीयता है। केदारनाथ में हजारों यात्री फंसे हुए थे। सरकारी मदद पहुंचने से पहले वहां के रहवासियों ने अपनी थाली की रोटी से उन जीवन के लिए संघर्ष करते लोगों को खाना खिलाया। इन्हीं लोगों से जिंदा भारतीयता है। मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में बैर रखना, हिंदी हैं हम, वतन है हिंदोसता हमारा। भारत की कोर्ट का फैसला जिस आदर से स्वीकार किया जाता है, संविधान का यह सम्मान ही भारतीयता है। इंदिरा नूई, सुंदर पिचई, पराग अग्रवाल और सत्य नदेला, इन सबको दुनिया की ऊंची कुर्सियों पर बैठे देखना और मन ही मन यह खुश होना कि इस मिट्टी में जो जन्मा वो अपना है, यही भारतीयता है। मैं आपको इस भारतीयता की मिसालें कहां तक सुनाऊंगा और आप कहां तक सुनेंगे। तिरंगे में लिपटा हुआ शहीद जब अपनी मां के पास ताबूत में लौटता है, उसकी मां ताबूत खोलने से पहले अपने दूसरे बेटे का सामान बांधने लगती है कि एक शहीद की मां कहलाने से बेहतर 2 शहीद की मां कहलाऊं। यही निस्वार्थ देश प्रेम ही भारतीयता है। 26/11 को आतंकियों ने 68 घंटे तक मुंबई को जख्मी किया। मुश्किल में फंसा एक शहर था, मगर केरल से काठियावाड़ तक और अवध से अरुणाचल तक पूरा देश जागता रहा। मंदिरों की घंटियां बजकर टूट गई, पर बेगुनाहों की जान बचाने की प्रार्थना करने वालों की कतारें कम नहीं हुई। वसुधैव कुटुंबकम की यही विचारधारा भारतीयता है। आप सभी को 26 जनवरी की बधाई, आजादी मुबारक, गणतंत्र दिवस मुबारक। चलिए आज हम ये वादा करते हैं कि जिस भावना पर इस महान देश का गणतंत्र टिका है, जिस संविधान पर इस जनतंत्र की नींव रखी है, हम उसकी हिफाजत करेंगे, उसकी सुरक्षा करेंगे। काटने से कटेंगे नहीं, बांटने से बटेंगे नहीं। हम भले ही 9 मजहबों एवं 3000 जातियों में विभाजित क्यों ना हो, हम सबका सर सिर्फ एक झंडे के आगे झुकता है, वो है तिरंगा। आप सबसे यही उम्मीद है कि आपकी मदद से हम इस भारत को जिंदा रखेंगे, इसकी भारतीयता को जिंदा रखेंगे। जय हिंद।
Thank you for that lovely song. Sorry, I'm sorry. It was so amazing that I'm just lost of words. Thank you for those amazing words, Satyajit. Up next, we have Shreya from IPM 01 with a soulful song for our tricolor.
Three colors when we look up to the sky. Three colors make us hold our heads up high. The suffering of the rays arising from the morning sun. In the afternoon, the white sailing clouds that run. In the evening, the green waving comes in the breeze. Our hearts fill with pride at these three colors stream. The saffron gives us courage and inspires sacrifice. The white for us is peace and honesty. The green is best of life and it means prosperity. The central wheel is dharma for eternity. Three colors when we look up to the sky. Three colors make us hold our heads up high. From the north and from the south of this great ancient land. From the east and from the west, together we all stand. Let's revere the flag that is a mark of unity. Our identity, integrity, our noble dignity. Three colors when we look up to the sky. Three colors make us hold our heads up high. Suffering of the rays arising from the morning sun. In the afternoon, the white sailing clouds that run. In the evening, the
Thank you, Chef, for that really sweet song. Now, moving from the super juniors to super seniors, I would like to welcome Piyush Pallav from MBA 06 batch with his lovely words for our country.
सर्वप्रथम सभी को गणतंत्र दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। अभी हाल में ही राष्ट्रीय युवा दिवस पर हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा, भारत का जन भी युवा है, भारत का मन भी युवा है। इसी वाक्य से प्रेरणा लेकर मैंने भारत के युवाओं को प्रोत्साहित करने के लिए एक कविता लिखी है। नव हृदय है, नव उदय है, नव गगन की ऊंचाइयां तय करने चले हैं, नवीन भारत के नव युवा सूर्य है, जग प्रकाश में करने चले हैं। नव स्वप्न है, नव शक्ति है, सामर्थ्य से संसार में यश संचित करेंगे, नवीन भारत के नव युवा अजय हैं, भारत का नाम हर पराकाष्ठा पर चिन्हित करेंगे। आज भारत एक नया आकार ले रहा है, धमनियों में इसके युवा शक्ति का ज्वार बह रहा है। योग हो, उद्योग हो, ज्ञान या विज्ञान हो, शस्त्र हो, शास्त्र हो, चिकित्सा हो, प्रशिक्षा हो या कोई भी परीक्षा हो, आविष्कार हो, व्यापार हो या खेल का संसार हो, किसी भी क्षेत्र का कोई भी प्रकार हो, सर्व संघर्षों को जीत कर, हर चुनौतियों को चीर कर नव भारत फिर उदित होगा। विश्व शक्ति के श्रेणी में इसका नाम शीर्ष पर शोभित होगा। युवा भारत की गरिमा देख देख यह जग पुलकित होगा। नव चेतना है, नव चाह है, नवीन भारत के उत्साह में अब युवा शक्ति का प्रवाह है। नव हृदय है, नव उदय है, नव गगन की ऊंचाइयां तय करने चले हैं, नवीन भारत के नव युवा सूर्य हैं, जग प्रकाश में करने चले हैं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much for that, Piyush Bhai. With motivational words like that, I'm sure everybody in here will get goosebumps once they start performing and hard working towards making this nation great. Now, bringing up the energy of this program, the students of IPM 01 batch have prepared a lovely dance performance dedicated to our nation. Can we have the video, please?
तलवारों पे सरवार दिए, अंगारों में जिस्म जलाया है, तब जाके कहीं हमने सर पे ये केसरी रंग सजाया है। ऐ मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं, जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द सहे, महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा, चाहे जान मेरी रहे न रहे। ऐ मेरी ज़मीं महबूब मेरी, मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे, फीका न पड़े कभी रंग तेरा, जिस्मों से निकल के खून कहे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा, गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरी फसलों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। हीर मेरी तू हंसती रहे, तेरी आंख घड़ी भर नम ना हो। मैं मरता था जिस मुखड़े पे, कभी उसका उजाला कम ना हो। ओ माई मेरी क्या फिक्र तुझे, क्यों आंख से दरिया बहता है। तू कहती थी तेरा चांद हूँ मैं, और चांद हमेशा रहता है। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा, गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरी फसलों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। केसरी हो
Just as Director Ma'am rightly said, our IPM batch has a lot of talent and potential. It was really heart-touching performance. Now, a great nation is not made in a single day. It takes a lot of effort and time. There are challenges that we have to face. Portraying the way our nation has faced, is facing, and will face challenges, we have members of Unnayan, the dance and drama club of IIM Bodh Gaya, with a short film.
भाई और बहनों, जिस घड़ी का इंतजार था वो आ गई है। हमारे और आपके लूटे नेता हमारे बीच आ चुके हैं।
धन्यवाद धन्यवाद, आपका साथ हमारा विकास। भाइयों और बहनों, मैं आपका अपना लुटेन भैया आपको आश्वासन दिलाता हूं कि सारे विकास पूरे होंगे। ना खाऊंगा और ना खाने दूंगा, आपके सारे वादे पूरे करूंगा।
सही कह रहे हैं नेताजी, ना खाते हैं ना खाने देंगे, लेकिन अगले 5 सालों में 2 फॉर्च्यूनर जरूर खरीद कर देंगे।
चलो अब हम चलते हैं। धन्यवाद। आप सब चाय पानी लेके जाना।
मिलेगा मिलेगा, सबको मिलेगा। टेंट के पीछे चाय पानी नाश्ता सब मिलेगा, कोई धक्का मुक्की नहीं करेगा। बहनों को साड़ी और भाइयों को दारू मुर्गा रुपया मिलेगा। और हमको आपका वोट मिलेगा।
सुना है लुटेन भैया वोट जीत गए, गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी दबाने लगे, लोगों का टॉयलेट का पैसा भी खाने लगे, रोजगार तो छोड़ो खाने के लाले पड़ने लगे।
आज कितने टाइम बाद लूटन भैया के कारण लोग फिर से भूखे मरने लगे। मजा आ गया है कसम से। अब लूटन भैया के साथ मेरा भी राज होगा। भुखमरी सब कहते रहो, अच्छा लगता है। लूटन भैया की जय, लूटन भैया की जय। अपना टाइम आ गया, भुखमरी में सब समा गया। चलो अब मैं चलती हूँ, अपना शिकार करती हूँ। आए हो बहन बेरोजगारी, कहाँ जा रहे हो? अरे बहन भुखमरी, तूने क्या किया है? मैं दिखाती हूँ अपने चेहरे। तूने क्या बिगाड़ा है? मैं दिखाती हूँ कुछ नया। जब तक लूटन भैया जैसे लोग होंगे तब तक हम और मजबूत होंगे। अब देखो इन गरीबों को जो दिन में गधों जैसा काम करते हैं और रात में तो तुम देख लो।
भाई लूटन भैया कितने बड़े आदमी हो गए हैं, बंगला गाड़ी सब है।
हाँ भाई, हमने तो सुना है नेताजी ने रोड के टॉयलेट के भी पैसे खा लिए हैं।
हाँ भैया, खैर हमें क्या, भैया ने हमको दारू मुर्गा टाइम पे दिया था। अपना अगला वोट भी लूटन भैया को ही जाएगा। चलो भैया चलते हैं।
सुनो उठो, उठो।
अरे अभी नहीं।
काम के नकाज के दुश्मन अनाज के दिन भर पड़े रहते हो। मैं जा रही हूँ काम पे।
लोग कहते हैं मैं शराबी हूँ, लोग कहते हैं।
ए जी, राशन लाए?
50 रुपए दिन के कमाता हूँ, 30 रुपए की दारू और 10 का चकना ले लेता हूँ। ये 10 रुपए रख, तू भी क्या याद रहे कि दिलदार आदमी से पाला पड़ा।
10 रुपए? 10 रुपए में क्या होगा जी, राशन भी नहीं आएगा।
रखना है तो रख, वरना तेरे लिए अच्छा नहीं होगा।
क्या अच्छा नहीं होगा?
तेरी कैची जैसी जबान बहुत चलने लगी है, वो कभी तेरे को बताता हूँ।
तो देखा आपने किस तरह थोड़े से लालच के चक्कर में अपना कीमती वोट लूटन भैया जैसे को बेचकर अभी कितनी परेशानियों का सामना करना पड़ रहा है। आज ही के दिन 26 जनवरी 1950 को हमारा संविधान लागू हुआ था। हमारा संविधान जनतंत्र से बनता है, मतलब जनता का, जनता के द्वारा, जनता के लिए शासन है। हमारा एक गलत निर्णय और देश भुखमरी, बेरोजगारी जैसे दलदल में फंसता जाएगा। संविधान ने सबको एक बराबर अधिकार दिए हैं। यह कोई व्यक्ति विशेष रंग, धर्म, जात, पात से अछूत है, ताकि सबका विकास हो। हमें संविधान के द्वारा हर तरह की प्रत्यक्ष और अप्रत्यक्ष अधिकार दिए हैं, ताकि कोई लूटन भैया जैसे लोग हमारा शोषण न कर सके। धन्यवाद है हमारे महापुरुषों का, वीरों का, और जिनकी दूरदृष्टि के कारण आज सब वर्ग तबका विकास के मार्ग में अग्रसर है। हम अपनी मौलिक अधिकार एवं कर्तव्यों का पालन पूर्ण निष्ठा से करें तो वो दिन दूर नहीं जब विश्व पटल में जगत गुरु बन सबका मार्गदर्शन करेंगे। धन्यवाद।
As we are gathered here today, let us put our hand on our hearts and pledge to strive for our country. Let us pledge to sit with our country and to make our country great in all aspects. Thank you, Union, for that amazing movie. Now, moving forward, we have a lovely song presented by Srisha Banerjee, daughter of Soumyajyoti sir. Can we have the video, please? I'm sure every one of us enjoyed that performance. That was a really, really, really lovely performance. Thank you so much, Risha. Up next, I would like to welcome Anubhuti, daughter of Dr. Amit Srivastava, with her rendition of song Teri Mitti.
तलवारों पे सरवार दिए, अंगारों में जिस्म जलाया है, तब जा ये केसरी रंग सजाया है। मेरी नमी अफसोस नहीं, जो तेरे लिए सौंदर्य सही। महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा, चाहे जान मेरी रहे न रहे। मेरी गमी महबूब मेरी, मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे। फीका न पड़े कभी रंग तेरा, जिस्म से निकल के खून कहे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा, गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा। इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू, तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरे खेतों में लहरावा। इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। वो वो सरसों से भरे खलियान मेरे, जहाँ झूम के भंगड़ा पा न सका। आबाद रहे वो गाँव मेरा, जहाँ लौट के वापस जा न सका। ओ वतनावे मेरे वतनावे, तेरा मेरा प्यार निराला था। कुर्बान हुआ तेरी असमत पे, मैं नसीबों वाला था। ओ, 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 तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा, गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा। इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू, तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरे खेतों में लहरावा। इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। ओ, केसरी जय हिंद।
Thank you for that amazing performance, Anubhuti. It was really sweet. Now, I hope you all enjoyed it. Like I said, there is no music without dance. So, bringing to us an amazing dance, we have Ravish sir's daughter, Shivanya. Can we have the video, please?
सारा जहां देख लिया है, कहीं भी तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं है। बस नहीं 100 दिन दुनिया घुमा है, नहीं कहीं तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं। मैं गाया जहां भी बस तेरी याद थी, जो मेरे साथ थी, मुझको तड़पा दिल लाती। सबसे प्यारी तेरी सूरत, प्यार है बस तेरा प्यार ही। माँ तुझे सलाम, माँ तुझे सलाम, अम्मा तुझे सलाम। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
Thank you so much, Shivanya. Now, I think not only do we have a talented faculty, but the entire IIMBG fraternity, the entire IIMBG family is a treasure trove of talent as shown by these videos. Shifting a little from the online to the offline videos, offline scenarios, we have a dance by Netra, daughter of PM Gupta sir, with a live performance for all of you.
Just wait. Yes, Sumanyu, you can carry on.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, Nita. That was a really great performance. Up next, still on the offline platform, we have a poem by Agastya, son of Abhijit, sir. Can we welcome Agastya, please?
Hello everyone. I am going to say a poem. If I were a superhero, I would definitely fly, arms outstretched, racing with birds in the sky. If I were a superhero, I would have special powers like extra strong legs to jump across towers. If I were a superhero, I would save all the oceans with my secret and magical cleaning up person. If I were a superhero, I would save all the trees and the mountains and rivers, the birds and the bees. If I were a superhero, I would help all the poor and give them food and let them be hungry no more. If I were a superhero, I am sure you will agree the world would be better because of me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Agastya. Now, shifting towards our very talented faculty, I would like to share an amazing song sung by our very own Mr. S.P. Sinha, FACAO of IIM Bodh. Can we have the video, please?
कर चली हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। फिर चली हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। कर चली हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। सांस थमती गई, नब्ज जमती गई, फिर भी बढ़ते कदम को न रुकने दिया। कट गए से हमारे तो कुछ गम नहीं, सर हिमालय का हमने न झुकने दिया। मरते मरते रहा बाकपन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। कर चली हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। जिंदा रहने के मौसम बहुत है मगर जान देने की रुत रोज आती नहीं। हुस्न और इश्क दोनों को रुसवा करे वो जवानी जो खून में नहाती नहीं। आज धरती बनी है दुल्हन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। कर चली हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों।
Thank you so much, sir. A voice like that, singing a song like that, can touch anyone's heart and bring out all emotions, all possible emotions, and make us overwhelmed with patriotism. Next, I would like to share with you a lovely bhajan asking God to guide us, to guide our country, sung by Cultural Committee Chairperson Tamali ma'am. Can we have the video, please?
हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करे। हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करे। हमको मन की शक्ति देना। भेद भाव अपने दिल से साफ कर सके, भेद भाव अपने दिल से साफ कर सके, दोस्तों से भूल हो तो माफ कर सके, झूठ से बचे रहे, सच का दम भरे, मुश्किलें पड़ी तो हम पे इतना कर्म कर, मुश्किलें पड़ी तो हम पे इतना कर्म कर, साथ दे तो धर्म का, चले तो धर्म पर, खुद पे हौसला रहे, बदी से ना डरे, खुद पे हौसला रहे, बदी से ना डरे, दूसरों की जैसे पहले खुद को जय करे, हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों की जैसे पहले खुद को जय करे, हमको मन की शक्ति देना।
Thank you so much for this bhajan, ma'am. With prayers like this, I'm sure God will be on our side as we strive to make this country a better place. Now, I would like to share an amazing song performed by the very talented Professor Soumyajyoti Banerjee, the chairperson of Cultural Committee. Can we have the video, please?
La 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 la। जीवन के दिन छोटे सही, हम भी बड़े दिल वाले, कल की हमें फुर्सत कहाँ, सोचे जो हम मत वाले। जीवन के दिन छोटे सही, हम भी बड़े दिल वाले, कल की हमें फुर्सत कहाँ, सोचे जो हम मत वाले। जीने का रंगीन मौसम, ये खूबसूरत जमाना, ओ जीने का रंगीन मौसम, ये खूबसूरत जमाना, अपने यही चार पल हैं, आगे है क्या किसने जाना। जीना जिसे आता है वो, इनमें ही मौज मना ले, कल की हमें फुर्सत कहाँ, सोचे जो हम मत वाले। जीवन के दिन छोटे सही, हम भी बड़े दिल वाले, कल की हमें फुर्सत कहाँ, कहाँ सोचे जो हम मत वाले, जीवन के दिन छोटे सही हम भी बड़े दिल वाले, कल की हमें फुर्सत कहाँ सोचे जो हम मत वाले, ओ सोचे जो हम मत वाले।
Thank you so much, sir. That was a lovely song. It really drives the thought of patriotism, striving hard in very limited life that we have to work for our country, to try and give back all we can for our motherland. Thank you so much for that. Like I said, we have a really, really talented fraternity of IIM Bodh. Towards the end of this lovely program, I would like to thank you all from the side of Cultural Committee. And I would like to invite the Chairperson Student Affairs, Professor Soumya Patra, to present a vote of thanks.
Yeah, first of all, I'm overwhelmed with all the performance that students and faculty have shown. And of course, with this, I take this as a privilege uh, to propose the vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank our director for gracing the occasion and sharing the words of wisdom which she shared in the morning. Next, I would thank the students and the participants, volunteers for their contribution for making this occasion a success. I would also I will also take this privilege to thank the admin team for arranging and making all these things possible. And also I would like to thank the faculty for their presence and participating in the event. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. That was all from Cultural Committee. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I would like to thank all the performers and the audience for joining us. Thank you so much, Director Ma'am, for being present with us. And thank you so much for your lovely guiding words. Also, I would like to thank the entire Cultural Committee team for all their hard work and all of you for being present here. To all of us and to anyone listening out there, Jai Hind and have a good day.
So we'll go